Welcome. You're listening to the calming sounds of the Tidepool Orchestra. Side A.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Tidepool Orchestra. My name is Brian, I'm your host, and with me today are my other co-hosts. I'm going to list them off and they're each going to say a funny joke. Ready, go. Noah.
Hi. I don't really have any jokes right now. I didn't rehearse any jokes.
Jordan.
9/11 wasn't an inside job.
That's a good one. Very topical, Mike.
Are we going on one or go?
Too soon?
What do you mean, are we going on one or go? I'm already recording. This is the episode. This is it.
Oh. Well,
no.
I guess that's my joke.
All right,
I'm
so
laughing.
I'm laughing on the inside.
I'm crying on the inside.
All right, so a couple of news updates. I'll start us off with a couple of news updates, and then we can segue off into some sort of other topic. Okay, so with the Facebook page, we actually succeeded in a small goal. We got over 50 page likes.
Woo! Yay!
Woohoo!
I was looking at some of the different information that we can get out of that. We can start getting demographic views and other such things after we get 100 page likes, so we're about halfway there. 50 is still a pretty good number, though, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've had 50 people like anything I've done before
That's
now.
more people than I know in real life.
Yeah. For the
You
YouTube...
realize... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was going to say, you realize you don't think you've had 50 people like anything you've done. I don't think I have either. So you figure it's 12 and a half people per each one of us likes what we do. So all of us contributing together helps add to that.
I've gotten us at least 2 new viewers.
It's like a Captain Planet sort of thing. With our powers combined, we can make a mediocre
We are mediocre.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody besides you guys actually like what I do in terms of that. So I haven't helped at all. Which makes it more significant, I think. You can contribute more than 12.
I like your wacky antics and your art and your video games.
Oh, thanks. But I'm saying, like, new people.
Speaking of video games, the YouTube channel, we are doing Let's Plays. So far,
We're selling out.
we're mostly doing it just to make the YouTube page have more content and be more visually
And
interesting.
play the algorithm.
And,
Are
okay.
you really doing that?
Mike's only in it for the money, guys.
Yes, all of this money that I am not making. Actually, you know what? This is a good time to say this because I thought about it earlier. I do want sponsors.
Oh,
But-
Jesus
but-
Christ.
But
hear me out. I don't want sponsors for the money. I want sponsors for the free shit.
I don't think this is a good way about going down that road, Mike.
Well, you know what? All I'm saying is if we get sponsored by Wendy's, I'll never have to pay for a Baconator for the rest of my life.
They are not going to sponsor us, and also I've given you all the free stuff you could ever want.
I've given you love. I've given you
Support,
friendship.
art.
Gave you a taco that one time.
Who gave me a taco?
You don't even remember things. You just
Hey, speaking of fast food, how's your Xbox that you won?
Well, here's the knee flapper about that one. No, I got entered. I won the chance to win. Basically, the first text message was apparently a preliminary. I did not, in fact, win an Xbox, and I'm very sad.
Can we sue Taco Bell?
No,
False advertising.
no, I really should have just read the text message, except I was excited.
Can we sue Taco Bell? Hashtag not sponsored.
Oh, speaking of fast food and not sponsored, I actually did a video on my own private YouTube account earlier today. using audio from last week's episode.
Mhm.
Remember, I had that freak out when I was talking about how Panda Express invented orange chicken. Well, what I did
Mark
was
Zuckerberg.
okay. What I did was I took the audio for that, and then I was like, ooh, I could do one of those animated videos, kind of like Game Grumps animated, and then remembered I can't really draw, and I don't have like any sort of drawing tablet on my computer, so what I did was I just took a pen to paper and just took out my camera phone, and that's why that looks terrible, but I'm still proud of it because I tried my best.
I think it actually looks really good, to be honest.
To be fair, it got us one new viewer.
Yeah, it did.
Which is exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah, thank you guys for your support. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Zach. Love you, bud.
I'm gonna name
And
drop
thank
every
you,
single
random
new viewer.
citizen.
Thanks, Chris. Love you, bud.
It's like Dr. Horrible when that thing happened. Do people still care about Dr. Horrible?
I don't think
yeah.
so. I can't remember.
I
They
do.
never did any sort of sequels or anything, so I mean, it's kind of a one-off by Joss Whedon.
Well, actually, I was at the local comic shop on Wednesday, where you go in on Wednesdays to pick up the new comics. They do have a new Dr. Horrible comic book out.
Oh, no kidding.
Can you send me one of those?
No, Mike, because we live in different states, and you have to find your own local comic book store and support your own local businesses.
But I'm about to move.
Yeah, and
Which is even harder to ship then.
Yeah, it's harder to ship because I don't know your current or your future address, and you're about to move, so you can find your new local comic book store while you're looking at all the new local businesses that you're going to support.
Okay, I really just wanted to segue into the fact that I just got a good job.
And we're very proud of you, Mike. Go spend your new job money on comic books and other geek things.
And stop fucking bothering us, Jesus
God
Christ.
damn it.
Okay, bye, guys.
Oh no!
No, you
come back.
And he left.
Oh.
He'll be back
Mike
soon,
left?
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah,
Just
he's back.
kidding.
Okay. That's a
Hey,
funny
buddy.
joke you did, Mike.
And the funniest part of it is, I won't
What?
get to hear what you guys said while I was gone until I listen to it later, guaranteeing us at least one view.
Well,
God damn
it was
it.
brutal, I can tell you that much. You might not want to hear it.
You're gonna cry.
We dropped 3 C-bombs. It was awful.
I already
Cancer?
cry. No, that's what we all have, apparently.
Speaking
but
of,
especially Jordan.
no, Jordan doesn't have cancer. I was
Well, I'm just repeating
lying.
Is it because I didn't
Brian-
donate $1 to St. Jude's when I bought a McDouble?
I was lying like a liar.
Brian, how could you lie to our viewers and also us?
That's a good question. Hey, why don't we segue into an actual topic? Noah had a story that he was going to tell. He almost didn't make it for this episode. Why don't we start with that?
Well, my day was plagued by sewer issues. My toilet has always had backing up issues. Not like backing up, but it might not flush, and then it suddenly flushes for, a few minutes later. And today, while I was showering, it decided it was going to do a glug. I heard bubble noises, and it was coming from the toilet bowl. And the toilet was completely clean, but I figured this might be a drainage issue, so I went ahead and flushed the toilet, and it wouldn't flush. And on top of the shower wasn't draining.
The
Oh.
fuck?
I'm so professional. I'm sorry.
Mike, what are you doing?
Mike, turn it off. Turn it off, Mike.
I'm trying. I mispressed it. I was trying to open a text message.
Hey, Noah, I know we live in different states, but correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't I used your toilet?
You have used it in the other half. You haven't used it in this half of the duplex.
Oh, okay.
This one has worse drainage from what I've noticed.
I didn't know
So-
you moved.
Yeah, just next door after I bought the place.
Oh.
Anyways, so I was already, I had to get to work. I didn't have time to deal with this right now. But I just sort of left the shower as it was, left the toilet as it was, probably about a half inch away from the bottom of the rim. It probably had about, 2 toilet bowl water bowls in there. It was awful.
Oh.
So I was stressing out the whole day going, oh my God, I'm going to have to hire a plumber. I'm going to have to try to find a plumber that comes out in the evening because I can't deal with the toilet and a shower like this overnight. So I went ahead and started trying to Google plumbers on my way to work. And I went ahead and called my friend who's in construction, and he's like, I basically asked him, I'm like, hey, when you're helping me fix up my place before I moved in next door, do you remember where my main was? That segued into him going, yeah, I'll come over and help you out later. So went ahead, and after I did my 8.5-hour shift, got home, and he came over, and I spent about the past 2 hours making drains and opening up the main, and I made it better.
I'm kind of happy that this wasn't really gross.
No,
but
it wasn't
also
gross.
Really disappointing that there was no fecal matter.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to
disappoint.
Or like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah,
like
no turtles. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like, oh, I'm gonna have to look for a fucking plumber. And right when I thought I was doomed, all of a sudden Mario just rose up out of the pipes and was like, "It's me! I'm gonna clean your toilet."
No, that didn't happen.
No. Man.
No.
I am disappointed.
When the only information I had going on this story was just, hey, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to record the episode, my toilet won't be unclogged, and my shower won't drain. I thought it was going in a completely different direction. I'm glad to hear that the shower didn't drain while you were taking a shower rather than something else happening.
Yeah, I mean, they're tied into the same line, so there's always the chance that my toilet could back up into my shower, which is horrifying to think about. But it hasn't happened yet.
You should replace all of your plumbing with like Flintstones animals.
Yeah.
No.
Get like an elephant to spray water on your naked body and go like, it's the living.
I think Brian
you spread your ass cheeks so the water goes perfectly down. It's not weird at all.
Jordan leads a very rich fantasy life there too.
I have a lot of Flintstone fantasies.
So what about like a Flintstone style bidet?
Oh, you know what? After making a post on the Tidepool Orchestra Facebook celebrating the fact that we had 50 page likes, I did say, if anybody has any ideas for episode conversations, please feel free to let me know. And we did get one person responding.
Oh, who was that?
Who was it? Who was it, Brian?
It's a good question, Noah. I think you know the answer, Noah. It was Noah.
Whoa, a guy with the same name as me? No way.
Yeah, first, last, your face.
Probably
profile
middle
picture.
Too.
Oh.
Birth date. Real fucking uncanny.
Yeah. Well, Noah, you put a comment on it saying we should talk about circumcision, and then immediately jumped into the moderator position to state on behalf of the entire podcast, yes, absolutely we will do it, and this is binding. I will bring lawyers involved if we don't do it.
Oh, I thought that was you, Brian.
No.
I thought you did that. And then immediately was like,
too.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
I don't know who actually commented on that. I mean, I might have been the one that had posted the original request, but we'll never know who actually commented.
Hey, Noah, it says for the other moderators, it says posted on behalf of Noah Wilson.
All right, Noah, so since this was not only your suggestion, but you were very adamant on both sides, why don't we talk about it?
Yeah, I want to get sued. It's clearly legally binding.
You know what? The plaintiff decided not to press charges, so we don't have to talk about that.
No, you really wanted to press this issue.
Do you miss your foreskin, Noah?
Actually, quite the opposite. You're pointing a finger at the wrong person here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Anyway,
I'm circumcised too.
Oh, jeez. I'm not.
That's cool. It's like it's very half and half here. Okay. Just like how I got mine done, just the left side.
Just half and half.
Excuse
Just a
me.
little off the top there, Barber Man.
Just leave me enough to play with, I want to
Give
twirl
me a
it in my
nice
fingers.
fade.
Same.
Leave the sideburns.
Can you engrave like a dollar
Ow!
sign?
Ow! The sides burn.
Because that dick make muns.
So, what else are we going to talk about?
Let me just
Hey,
get
you guys
my.
were talking about comics earlier. We were forgetting the bad tragedy that happened this week.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Stan Lee died.
What?
Ryan.
I don't know. No, yeah, Stan Lee did pass away, unfortunately, on Tuesday. Tuesday was it Tuesday or was it Monday?
I
think it was
Tuesday.
Monday.
Monday?
It was past
Okay.
his prime. That's all I can. It's past his prime.
It's past his prime, regardless of what day of the week it was.
He was overdue.
He was 95 years old.
Yeah, I want to die when I'm 80. So, like, I don't know how he did it. But he also lived a totally kick-ass life in terms of, like, creating this fucking awesome universe that will outlive him and all of his children until the end of time.
I want to die
What
when
a mad lad.
I want to die when I'm 32.
32. What the fuck, Brian?
I don't know.
Brian,
That's like 5 years.
now.
It's like 5 years.
Make
gonna
it
be in-
4.
We're gonna be in season 3 of Tidepool by then. You can't.
Season 3. Are we in season 2 now?
Yeah.
We're in season 1.
We're in
Of
the
new
new
Tidepool.
season 1. It's like She-Ra just came out on Netflix, but it had a show in the 80s. You wouldn't call this like season 7, you would call it season 1 again.
Yeah, we're in the reboot.
Okay, look, we're in series 2, season 1.
Our European listeners will be very confused by that statement.
Right.
All one of them.
Wait, we actually have a European listener?
Yeah.
Yes. We have a couple
Fuck
of
yeah.
we have a couple of European people who like the Facebook page. So I imagine they listen to the podcast occasionally.
You would think that.
That was my best friend's voice. I don't know.
There's also another big thing that happened is Detective Pikachu. I am unironically excited for this movie.
Dude, same. I'm so happy.
The Detective Pikachu trailer totally dropped on the same day that Stan Lee died, and unfortunately took away some of the impact. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds is playing Pikachu in another Pokemon adventure. This time it's live action, it's gritty, it's realistic, is it a murder plot?
No, it's a missing persons plot.
Can I just be real here?
Mm-hmm.
Detective Pikachu is Deadpool for the whole.
What?
Deadpool
You cut
for
off.
the what?
Deadpool for the whole family.
No, Deadpool
that's-
for the whole family is they're remaking Deadpool 2 and making it PG-13 and putting it out in theaters in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be told like the Princess Diaries. Not Princess Diary, but the Princess Bride.
Okay.
It's gonna have
Harry Eels.
no.
It's the little boy, but now he's an adult. Deadpool breaks
Yeah.
into his house and tells him a story.
Motherfucking dude from the Wonder Years.
Oh, that's neat.
I'm
It
pretty
took me a minute.
pretty sure Marvel, after the acquisition by Disney of Fox Studios, is putting Deadpool directly into the Marvel movies.
Really?
I mean, why else would they be making a PG-13 Deadpool movie this soon?
Don't say those things unless they're true to me, Brian.
I don't know.
Don't say
Oh.
these things to me unless they're true.
But see, also Ryan Reynolds voicing Detective Pikachu allows him to talk about him voicing a fucking rat in Deadpool.
Well, see, here's the thing. Deadpool was all like, "Hey, Professor Xavier, can you fix my fucking face?" And Professor Xavier was like, "I can put your mind in a new body."
Yeah, but then he wouldn't have his cancer. Or his
That's fine. He'd be a
superpowers.
fucking electric rat.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
think
really
that's how this
disappointed.
movie works.
I'm really disappointed though that Detective Pikachu isn't voiced by Danny DeVito.
That would have been great.
I'm not. I'm really not.
That actually would have been great.
Well, it would have been okay, and I would have enjoyed it. But Danny DeVito has one of those voices, kind of like Gilbert Gottfried. I can't listen to it for that long,
Yeah, no, I know.
and
what
I
you're
want to enjoy this movie.
As a huge
Mm.
fan of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I have completely the opposite problem. And if they made a Detective Pikachu movie, a feature film with Danny DeVito as the voice, I would just watch it on repeat.
saying.
Yeah.
You know, I think Danny DeVito made Hercules that much better.
That's
The
fair.
Disney
I
Hercules,
will agree with that.
as Phil, he was amazing. He was perfect. He was born for that part.
I keep forgetting he played that role.
Yeah,
I forgot
he-
Hercules was a thing.
Yeah, it's not one of the more watched ones of the Disney Renaissance. You know, you got the side ones, kind of like Hercules and Hunchback, which they're good movies. They're just not well remembered in comparison to like Lion King or Aladdin or like that.
A couple years ago, I remember somebody on the 4chan Comics and Cartoons board created a version of the Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame movie that took out all of the talking gargoyle scenes.
Oh,
So the movie
What,
was only
really?
like 45 minutes long and incredibly fucking dark. But also, I have no idea what happened to this because I can't find it online anywhere. And the original production that he released was like 14 gigabytes, so I did not save it.
I kind of forgot that the talking gargoyles were a whole big thing in that movie.
They were a big thing. They were all sorts of comic relief, which, considering the actual plot of the movie, was entirely needed. It turns out.
Yeah,
There's only one instance in this version where the gargoyles are alive, and it's when Judge Frollo is about to fall off of the top of the cathedral, and he's holding onto a gargoyle, and its eyes light up red, and he looks at it in total fear and then lets go.
this sounds like
I don't-
Gaston's ending in Beauty and the Beast, where he fell off of a rooftop.
A lot of
Similar.
Disney movies have similar plots or similar demises.
Did
Gosh
you know that
dang
Lion
it.
King,
Sorry.
Can I
Yeah.
say controversial? Oh, go ahead, Noah.
the Lion King is just Hamlet, but with lions?
Yeah, everyone knows that.
And then
Also,
the Lion King 2, the direct-to-video sequel, was Romeo and Juliet, but with lions.
Lion King 1.5 was actually based off a spin-off somebody did of Hamlet that was just about two of the side characters,
Oh,
which makes sense because Lion King 1.5 was just about two of the side characters.
Timon and Pumbaa. Sorry, what were you saying, Jordan?
I just wanted to go and talk about how Hellfire is the best Disney villain song ever. Fight me.
I wouldn't say it was the best. It's a really good song. It's probably the best part of Hunchback. I wouldn't say it's the best villain song, though. I love Be Prepared. You got the goose-stepping hyenas. You got
Yes.
Jeremy Allen's growling voice. Oh my god, that is a good villain song.
I'm not even sure if I
Yeah.
would agree with Hellfire being the best song of Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's definitely the most poignant, the most emotional, but I'm not sure if it holds a candle to Topsy Turvy Day or what was the song title of the song when the Hunchback and the captain of the guard went into the sewers and met the gypsies?
I have no fucking clue. It's been so long.
Unpopular opinion, I haven't seen a Hunchback since I was like 5, and I don't remember any songs from it. I just vaguely remember the plot.
To be honest, same. I only know Hellfire because my wife loves it.
See, I only know it because I listen to Disney villain songs on like a playlist. Because I just feel them on an emotional level.
Mm,
You know?
yeah.
I want to make a gypsy fall in love with me.
Princess and the Frog had a really good villain song.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If anything, that's the song that I would think people would argue me about with Hellfire. But it's just like the Gregorian chant kind of thing. Like, I don't know, they just do such a good job of putting together that kind of like vibe to the song.
Let's just talk about
Yeah.
Disney
And like
movies.
it's just so significant. I don't know. Sorry. What?
Let's just talk about Disney movies for a while. I like Disney.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
What's your favorite Disney movie, Brian?
Oh,
Or like one of your favorites? It's hard for me to like determine one favorite too. So
I spend way too much time on 4chan because my immediate answer was going to be Song of the South.
Hmm.
I mean, it's definitely not my favorite, but that was just the immediate answer that came in my head.
I bet it is your favorite.
No. It has a really good, I mean, Zippity Doodah is a really good song to the point where Disney still uses it and tries to disassociate itself from the movie.
Yeah, and they're one of the most popular rides at Disneyland is based off of it. Splash Frickin' Mountain.
Splash Mountain should really just, like, redesign some of the animatronics and claim to be from Zootopia.
Yeah, they really should.
I don't think anybody, well, no, that's not true. I was going to say I don't think anybody would be mad about that, but then I remembered America.
Do you want to hear something that's going to earn me cool boy points?
Yeah.
I really, really, really love The Great Mouse Detective.
The Great Mouse Detective is great.
It
I've
is
never
great.
actually seen it.
Really?
It's like
Yeah.
Don Bluth movie, but it's actually done by Disney. It's awesome.
It's
Oh
one of
yeah,
those,
I'm sure it is.
It's one of those weird mid to late 90s Disney movies where they tried to incorporate CGI into the traditional animation, which, much like the beginning scenes of Aladdin, work to mixed effect. But The Great Mouse Detective really, it worked in their favor because the CGI was during a moment where the audience is supposed to feel uneasy anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was cel shaded, so it wasn't obviously CGI. It just looked more 3D than the rest of the animation.
It
Um,
really worked in its favor.
it really did. Created a memorable showdown scene with that. I love Great Mouse Detective. It was at an awkward place in Disney's time. It was after the classics, the classic princess movies like Snow White and Cinderella, even the post-classic era where they did Jungle Book and where they did Fox and the Hound. Great Mouse Detective was close to Fox and the Hound, but not the same era. But it was before the Renaissance. It was before the movies that everybody loves, like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Aladdin. It's
Noah?
before all. Yeah.
Hey Noah, can you say a couple more Disney movies so I can add them in the tags?
You can do, but do you want to get sued by the Walt Disney Corporation?
I mean, it'd be an
No,
You don't
interesting
have any
thing.
money anyway.
It'd be an
I could-
interesting thing for my bucket list.
I could just rattle them off like Lilo and Stitch and Mulan. And
There we go. Speaking of Mulan, that's my favorite, or one of my favorite Disney movies, besides like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Mulan
speaking
is
of,
great. Go ahead.
I
go
really
ahead,
liked Mulan too.
I liked Mulan.
Like-
Rouge.
Mulan.
Mulan 2 was interesting.
Awful. It was actually awful.
I was gonna question
saying I
how
like
you liked
Mulan.
it.
But yeah,
Mulan 2 was one of the few Disney princess movies that actually dealt with princesses in a negative light.
wow.
Can you remind me what happens in Mulan 2?
I don't want to think about it.
The plot of Mulan 2 is Mulan is about to marry the general from the first movie, but then
Right.
the general has to escort 3 actual princesses across the country, so Mulan goes with them and then teaches them about like feminism.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
It was not great.
As most direct-to-video sequels are not.
I will argue so much that the only good direct-to-video Disney sequels are
Lion
Little
King
Mermaid.
2.
Lion King 2 was pretty good. Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time is the definite best one, and then I want to say Little Mermaid 2 is enjoyable.
Okay.
The daughter is more of a little shit than Ariel ever was.
Yep.
I
No.
believe it.
She had
Yeah.
a name. It was Melody.
I can't remember. Oh yeah.
It-
Yeah, I remember when I was little, I like watched it and I was like, I want to be more like Melody and like fuck Ariel kind of thing. But then I actually like watched it when I was older and I was like, wow, I hate both of them. Like they're good movies, don't get me wrong, but they're definitely like little shits.
Ariel takes her daughter aside and says, "Hey, when I was a kid, I felt like a real fish out of water." That's an actual line in that goddamn movie.
Yes, I know.
That's very punny considering the whole entire premise of the first movie.
Noah, have you seen The Little Mermaid 2?
I have not.
The
I've
plot
seen The Little
is
Mermaid.
the plot of The Little Mermaid 2 is
Wait,
the exact
Brian, can I
opposite.
explain it?
Yeah, please.
All right. Holy shit! My mom used to be a mermaid. I want to fucking be a mermaid.
That's not
Proceeds
the
to
plot.
become mermaid.
Yeah, she doesn't know that like Ariel used to be a mermaid though. Right?
Yeah, she just swims in the ocean and wishes that she was a mermaid, despite having no knowledge of mermaids.
Oh.
And then Ursula's sister's all like, "Hey,
Yeah,
you want to be a fucking mermaid?"
Ursula's secret sister that we didn't know about and is very thin. Which I'm not sure if that's a thing on like body positivity. Ursula in the first Little Mermaid has a throwaway line near the beginning where she explains that they used to have great feasts, but then she was kicked out of Triton's court, and now she's literally starving and withering away, which is kind of a joke because like Ursula is clearly heavyset. But then by the time Little Mermaid 2 starts, Ursula's sister is like skin and bones. So maybe it's true and she just has not eaten since before the events of the first movie.
Maybe she is one of those poor unfortunate souls, just kind of being starved in the bottom of Ursula's cavern. And then
I
when
was gonna
Ursula
say
died, she got out. You're gonna say that? I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I can't have all the great jokes
It's possible that
Well,
she was.
or any of them.
It's not
You
really
know-
a joke. It's just observation. Go ahead. Sorry, Jordan.
No, I just had to look up a picture of Ursula's sister because I totally forgot, and now I remember at how much grosser her design is versus Ursula. Like, she's in whatever. She's so like gross. Like the character design is like bad.
She was like a prototypical Yzma.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh.
She looks like Yzma, but like green.
Emperor's New Groove. You can tag that too, Brian.
my God.
Awesome. Why don't we take a short break while I write down all of these tags and we'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, sounds good.
End of side A. Please continue on side B.